Last week, I stayed at a hotel that was so nice that I had to make a YouTube video about it, which is not normal for me. I don't really talk about accommodation on my channel, and it was just that nice that I was like, I just have to show this room. I'm currently living on Magnetic Island. Some of my closest family members don't even really understand where that is, so I'll show you. It's basically this island off the east coast of Australia in Queensland. And when you live on the island, you can get a case of islanditis where sometimes you feel like you're losing your shit. And the island's obviously so nice and I feel so grateful to live here. But if I do the same things and see the same things every day, I just can go a little bit crazy. And I just felt like I needed to get away. I also drank alcohol for the first time in months, and I really think that did a number on my mental health, which is something I'll be paying attention to more. But basically, I was like, okay, I need to go somewhere. And what is the cheapest and quickest way I can get that fixed was staying in a hotel just across the water. And there's this really nice hotel called the Ardo that just opened in Townsville, and it's next to the Ville, and that's just a 20-minute ferry ride over to the mainland of Australia, to Townsville. And I had been there on the rooftop for drinks, and it's this nice luxury hotel. And it's just one of those things where you're like, oh my God, I just want to stay here so bad. And during the week, they do specials. So I was able to, on a Tuesday night, get a king room with a balcony for 180 AUD, which is 120 USD. And I'm like, that's a pretty good mental health fix. And this was on a Monday, and I was like, okay, I'm booking this for tomorrow night. I didn't even do anything in Townsville. I got off the ferry at 1 p.m., walked into the hotel. They let me check in early, jumped into bed, ate chips in a robe. I didn't leave the hotel once. And side note, I just love when a hotel has a good robe. So my first impression of the room was just my jaw dropping on the floor. And that's why I'm like, the hotel itself is nice, like from the lobby to the rooftop, all this stuff. But like, I'm skipping right to the room because I think that just shows you how good the experience is for what you're paying for. And I hate when as someone who doesn't really always make a lot of money, if I'm splurging on a nice hotel and then I get into the room and it's just like, okay, that could just be disappointing. And the details were just like impeccable. There were these cool lights where you press the button and it turns on a specific part of the room. When you walk into the bathroom, there's this light under the sink that turns on automatically, and I want that in my house. And I accidentally kept pressing the make room button, which for some reason I thought it said makeup room, like it would light up a part of the room. So like apologies to anyone I caused chaos for. And then I noticed the tiling on the walls, and I really loved the structure of the bathroom with how the shower is separate from the toilet, how it overlooks the bed area. It's so nice. And then I also really loved the ceiling. And this was another thing where I was like, okay, this like exposed cement block vibe, like this is artsy. This is really showing their style strengths. And this is my number one thing. We have to talk about how there's linen bedding. Because as someone who personally buys linen comforters and pillowcases, who definitely shouldn't be doing that because it's not like I'm rich, I just appreciate the taste in that. Like every hotel I've been in, I haven't been somewhere where it's linen bedding. And I was like, this is luxury. And then even this tissue box was wrapped in this little cloth thing. And I'm like, the details. And remember these mirrors that every middle-aged woman had when we were kids? And I would like always stare at my pores in them. And I wonder if people still have those. I don't know. Just look at like the cabinets and the bar, the style of the interiors, the cabinet that opens up to the fridge, even these little glasses. I don't know. Everything was just like so good to look at, where I just felt like I was really stepping up my mental health game. And then there's this tablet where you can order food on. The only thing in the room that was just like okay was the TV, but I wasn't really that bothered about it because it was so nice. So then I decided to treat myself to room service because again, I was not leaving that place. And so I did it for dinner that night and the next morning, and they put this cute flower on a tray, and they also bring it into the room and place it where you want. And I've gotten room service before where they give it to you at the door, which is totally fine. Obviously, like my expectations are not that high. And I just really appreciated that everything here was above and beyond. And I also just want to say to like someone who's traveling and doing work for my visa and working in hospitality, I think there's a lot of people working in this hotel who are doing the same, or you know, maybe they also are from the area, and it was an interesting experience to kind of be on the other side of that service, and like have someone doing that for me felt really weird. And I was just like, this person's just like trying to live their life, and they have to be here at 5 a.m. and they have to bring this latte up to my room, and you know, they have a smile on their face and their vibe is just so nice and friendly. And I just like really appreciate that all the staff there, just when I passed them in the hallway, just like so friendly and nice, because they really don't have to be like that. And again, I always feel like uncomfortable in situations where someone is doing something for me because I've been in that place. So just wanted to put that out there. Okay, so let's get to the pool area, because the big thing here that's advertised is this infinity pool on the roof. And I've been to the rooftop, but again, it's not really something you can experience unless you're staying here. You can order food and drinks to your table, which I really appreciated, because I just envisioned drinking my coffee and having a snack by the pool. And this coffee was really good. Like, it just felt like every single thing was just like 10 out of 10. I got the salmon ceviche. And yeah, I just laid by the pool and it was great. And then for dinner, I got chicken with butternut squash and broccoli, and that was pretty good. The eggs benny I got in the morning was like fine, but I have no complaints. Then in the middle of the night, I couldn't sleep because I slept so good during the day. Like, as soon as I got there, I felt all the stress like that I had. I was like holding my body. I was like, okay, I can relax now. And I just fell asleep for hours. So basically woke up in the middle of the night and I just grabbed chocolate out of the mini fridge. Good chocolate choice. Then next to the Ardo is the Ville, which is the other really nice hotel in Townsville. And there's a casino there, a bunch of restaurants. I think it's owned by the same people. So if you stay at the Ardo, you can also enjoy what the Ville has to offer. And there's a walkway that connects the two. The next morning, I had to be out of there by 6:30 because I had to get back on the ferry to go to work on the island. Again, not really, it's like a 5-minute walk away. I almost scootered there because I had my bag and I was like, that kind of would have been embarrassing. Like, that's how close it is. So anyway, yeah, I was really sad to leave. I tried to enjoy the balcony as part of the perk that I paid for before I left. And yeah, I'll definitely do this again when I feel like everyone's pissing me off, which probably won't take too long. Yeah, that is pretty much it. So I think you should stay there if you're in the area and you need to do something for yourself. Okay, bye.